Welcome back to another episode of It's in the Details. As always, please remember to hit all them buttons. Hit the buttons, tell a friend to tell a friend. We're going to get straight into it. We've got a guest today. You've seen him before many times. If you've been watching the Big Brother show, it's my boy Roger. I'll talk about that a little bit later. But some things coming up on the horizon. Actually, one specifically. I finished my second Korean drama. I'm not going to go into it a whole bunch right now. I talk about it a little bit in the episode with my boy Roger. I don't know how much of it's going to stay in, but I'm telling you now because in a few weeks, I'm going to have another Korean drama lover on to talk to about this show. The show is Vincenzo. Y'all. So fantastic. But I'm bringing it up to you now. We don't really do a bunch of spoilers on this show. I'm more interested in getting you interested in these programs that I'm talking about. But I don't really see a way that there won't be any spoilers when I talk about Vincenzo in a few weeks. So, if you haven't watched one yet, start watching this one. So when the show comes out, when my episode comes out with my friend, you can just enjoy it. You know what I'm saying? You can just enjoy it. A little bit about Vincenzo. You heard me talk about loving Itaewon Class, my first Korean drama. Vincenzo's better. It's not like they're competing against each other. They're not the same thing, right? But Itaewon Class was really good and entertaining. Vincenzo, more entertaining. Much more entertaining. And I think that's what it was trying to do, right? Oh, so good. So good. So that's coming on the horizon. The other thing I wanted to talk to y'all about is I finished Raising Kanan. All season long, I'm watching Raising Kanan and I'm like, I'm digging this. I'm 50 hit another one out of the ballpark. And also, I'm thinking in the back of my head about all my friends and people I've heard complaining about series finales, more than season finales, but series finales. People, oh, that's not what I wanted to happen. No one cares what you wanted to happen, okay? No one's paying you to write or develop these shows. No one cares if that's what you wanted to happen, okay? They made a story, enjoy the story. That said, okay? Raising Kanan's season finale, little underwhelming for me. Okay? A little underwhelming for me. I still enjoyed it. It was fine. But occasionally I find TV shows, they give you what should have been the season finale 1 or 2 or 3 episodes before the finale. And I feel like that's what happened with Raising Kanan. The last 2, 3, 4 episodes before the finale were phenomenal. Amazing. What's going to happen? I can't believe they did that to that person. Ooh, look at all that money. Ooh, the guns. All that stuff, right? They did all those things leading up to the finale. And then the finale was just, it was fine. It was like, I said out loud, ooh, that was the finale? That's what I said out loud when it finished. Ooh, that was the finale? Okay. Now I gotta get ready for the season premiere in who knows how long. A year and a half, who knows. He's dropping other shows. He just dropped BMF, another drug drama from 50 and his crew. I'm sure it's delicious. I haven't started watching it yet. But Raising Kanan is good. It's really good. And the acting and actors on the show. Kanan's mom is fantastic. Kanan, the young man they found to play Kanan or 50 Cent. I need to find out more about this young man to figure out if he is actively trying to make his face look like 50 Cent's face, or if his face just does what 50 Cent's face does. Because if he's involved in some method acting, good job, son. He's killing it. There's a lot of 50 in him. But for me, the number one person on that show is Joey Badass playing Unique. And that's what it is. It feels unique. It feels like a unique portrayal of crime bosses from that time period. I don't think we've seen it quite the way he's doing it. Okay? There are some that are probably similar, but Joey Badass is bringing something to that role that I can't quite put my fingers on yet, but it's something to behold. And he was also amazing. If you listened to my episode last week, he was also amazing in Mr. Robot. And he's killing it in Raising Kanan. Killing it. The show needs 1,000% more Joey Badass. The show can't handle 1,000% more Joey Badass, but that's what I need on my screen. Okay, I need 1,000% more Unique played by Joey Badass. And I don't know if we're ever going to get more of him. I'm not spoiling anything. That's just a thought. I don't know if we're ever going to get more of him in that show, but maybe they need another spinoff. If somehow, I think, now this is not a spoiler. This is also me just wondering aloud. I don't know if a crime boss who is not Kanan or his mother are going to make it through the end of the show. Okay? That's just sense. That's just common sense. Rival gang members, probably both of them can't make it to the end of the whole series. Okay? But maybe you could have him move away and give us a Unique spinoff, because I need more of it. I need more of it. I need more of him. But get your Raising Kanan on, because it's good. It's good. Except the mildly underwhelming season finale. Speaking of people who were in Mr. Robot and are also doing wonderful things, Dr. Death. I don't know. I know a couple of you have been watching Dr. Death, but Dr. Death is picking up. We still don't know why he's killing and maiming these people. I did a thing a few weeks back when Dr. Death was starting, and it's a doctor who does spinal surgeries, and this is real life. He's been maiming and killing people on his table. And they started out with all the maiming and the killing. We don't know why, right? That's the show. So from Mr. Robot, Christian Slater's in it, playing a slightly similar role to the role he played in Mr. Robot. But also Grace Gummer, Meryl Streep's daughter, was in Mr. Robot. Loved her. She's in Dr. Death. She just made her first real appearance, second appearance in episode 4. And she's playing a character unlike, polar opposites so far of her character in Mr. Robot. And I like it. I wouldn't have imagined her to play this role. It's not like I have an extensive vocabulary of the roles that Grace Gummer plays. Okay, I'll say that up front. But it's just not a character I expected her to play, and she's crushing it. And I've only seen her on screen for like 20 minutes. I can't wait to get more of her too. Things are good right now in TV land, TV watching land for me. I'm really enjoying everything I'm seeing. So, if you want to take full part in the Vincenzo episode or the Korean drama episode that's coming, start watching Vincenzo now. You'll be ready for it in a few weeks. Catch up on your Raising Kanan. You got time now. The season's done. And Dr. Death, I think you could catch it all on Global's website or FX or Showcase. I can't remember. You can catch it on someone's website. Catch up We're getting into episode 5 coming up soon. Okay? So do those things. For today's episode, we just started talking, as we do before we film every Big Brother episode. And we were just talking about stuff. I had some questions for him as to whether or not he's seen Mortal Kombat, the new Mortal Kombat movie that's out. So we talked about that. A little bit of Vincenzo, Korean drama stuff that led into some Squid Game talk. I haven't seen it yet. He hadn't seen it yet. Just some talk that led into Battle Royale. Then we started talking about new TVs. So it's kind of all over the place. But we felt like we could kind of put this out. Some people might enjoy this. Couple of logistics. As again, I didn't know we were going to be like recording it to be putting it out. So I had a tickle in my throat. Could not get it out for the first 10, 15 minutes. If that sort of thing bothers you, because it kind of bothers me, if that sort of thing bothers you, fast forward through it or skip it, whatever. Do whatever you want to do. You're an adult, I hope, because there's also some language. So you know. But the clearing of the throat stops 10, 15 minutes in. I mean, this is free. Just enjoy it. You know what I mean? It's free. Right? Okay. So anyway, here we got my boy Roger again. I hope you enjoy it. I've been meaning
Just start. Go on. I'll be fine.
Just like this, yeah. I've been meaning to ask you since maybe last Saturday. I don't remember. The 24th, because that's the day it came out on Crave. Have you watched Mortal Kombat yet? Dog, did you like it?
No, it was awful.
What?
No, it was terrible.
What? Okay, hold on.
They had one job to do.
Hold on.
Make a video game, make a movie based off a video game.
Yeah.
That is about Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
In a tournament.
Yeah, there was no tournament. Yeah.
There's no tournament.
Okay.
Also, yes. The main character,
Johnny Cage,
doesn't exist.
Yeah. Wait,
he doesn't
you talking
exist.
about Johnny Cage? I've heard this.
Johnny Cage wasn't in the movie. They teased him at the end for the next movie.
Isn't that guy Johnny Cage?
No, he doesn't exist.
Okay.
They had a whole list of people to choose from.
Yeah, and they picked some guy that doesn't exist.
A guy that nobody knows, and then like same with the bad guys. Like some of the bad guys are just like,
yeah,
why'd you pick these guys? Like the guy with the hammer, I forgot his name. Admiral something. The guy with the big hammer.
Sure.
That Jax killed at the end.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even know who that guy was. Like, who was that guy?
Fair.
Cabal, I get. Cabal is one of my favorite, but like they introduced him in Mortal Kombat 3, and it's like you had so many other people to choose from. Like Cabal.
Right. Okay.
Kano was the best. He was the best thing about that movie.
Kano was pretty fucking hilarious.
He was the best. Like
top
of the list, best thing about that movie.
But what was the guy's name? Liu Kang's friend. With the hat.
Kung Lao. Yeah.
His fucking fatality
with his hat.
Yeah. Oh my. Okay, so I'm gonna retract a little bit, just a little bit, because what I was gonna say to you is the story, whatever, right? Fuck the story. Okay, the action was spectacular. The fights were
the fighting was all right. Yeah,
amazing.
The fighting was all right.
That's all I really like. I was watching.
Scorpion was good.
Yes, yeah, all of them. Sub-Zero was good. All of them were good. Even Sonya Blade or whatever her name is, she was nice too. She was nice with it too. She had some good action scenes, right? So, but what I was going to say to you is, the dude who was the main character, I'm watching him like, who is this guy?
Right? I thought just like you. I thought, is this like a reimagining of Johnny Cage?
Right. And then the only reason I said Johnny Cage to you was at the end. By the end, for real, legit. By the end, last 5-10 minutes, I was nodding off. I watched it really late at night, but also like you said, the story wasn't like that great, over. Right?
Yeah.
But I was nodding off, and then I woke back up, and I saw the Johnny Cage flyer, and I was like, oh, okay, he's going to become Johnny Cage, right?
Oh,
and,
no.
And then I went back, I rewound it, right?
Yeah.
I rewound it immediately, and I was like, this fuck is Johnny Cage? And then I it's been on like all week on Crave. Right. So every single time it's on, I'm trying to catch some more fights.
Yeah.
But I keep going back to it, and I was like, is this motherfucker Johnny Cage?
It's so confusing.
It didn't make any sense.
So confusing.
Okay, so
I'm with, because why would they make a Mortal Kombat movie, and like, who is this guy? Like, make a movie about a guy I don't even know. Like,
yeah.
And you know what's even more fucked up? Like, even as the movie was going on, I'm like, oh, maybe he's Scorpion, or like the son of Scorpion.
I thought that's what was gonna happen too.
And he wasn't even that either.
No,
like a descendant.
A long lost descendant.
Why did they show that intro where Raiden takes a kid? Like what?
Because he wasn't
like that would have been cooler, right?
Yeah.
Like that, he's the descendant. But no, it was like even Scorpion was like, didn't even say anything to him. Like, you're a descendant. Like, he didn't even say anything like family, give me a hug, nothing.
Dude, they spent so much time on those kids, and he wasn't even any of those kids.
Yeah.
He was some long lost baby.
Long lost, yeah. It's like, what? Like,
I'm with you. The action,
don't get me wrong. Like, the movie was all right, but like, they made so many mistakes. It's like, oh, you guys have one job to do. Like, just make a tournament where they're killing each other.
I wasn't upset, but I was like,
no.
I wasn't upset, but I was like, so when does the tournament start?
Right.
And when they kept
I kept looking at my clock. I'm like, hey, tournament's gonna start soon, right? Like any minute now, right? Like, no.
They kept fighting people in random spots. I was like, okay, so this tournament's not gonna happen, I guess.
Yeah. At one point I was like, hey, I guess this isn't happening.
There's not gonna be a tournament. They're just picking them off in the wild.
And like the way Kung Lao died, like that's not how it goes down, which I'm not usually like a stickler for these things, but he's a main character and you killed him when it should have been Liu Kang's brother. That gives him purpose. That's Liu Kang's whole story, right?
Yeah.
That he has a purpose to get revenge for his brother. But now I guess Kung Lao is the reason why he wants revenge. But like, he's a main character. Now they're down a character. It's like, like Goro dying. Like you just what?
There's so many. Well, when the sorcerer dude, I can't remember what.
Oh yeah, Shang Tsung.
Yeah,
like they had one job with that guy. He morphs into other people. Didn't even take advantage of it. Like, it's just like,
not yet.
But I guess that's what the overarching problem with that story is. It's like future. It's like, I forgot what other movies are like that, where it's just like, you shouldn't be banking on a future if there might not be one. Like, if this one doesn't do good, then there's no future. So like, I'm trying to think of an example of, I think Terminator, like the last Terminator movies, like they were like future building and like not concentrating on the current. And it's like, and now that franchise is like dead in the water. And it's like, so that movie meant nothing. Like, he's like, I watched it with Celeste and both of us were like really excited, and then we're watching and we're like, what the fuck, man?
It was weird. I was expecting all of them to get together on an island.
Yeah. And that whole thing with the tattoo and the transferring it and you get the powers, and it's like, what the fuck is this? Like powers, like, I don't know. Jax losing his arms and then going to a temple. And then, like, hopefully he's okay. And then a couple of days later, they have robot arms for him. Like, where did they get robot arms from?
Dude,
like, there's a fucking temple in the middle of nowhere.
That and terrible robot arms.
Yeah.
It's like this
and then
movie
his
was
powers
shot in 1970.
Yeah. It's like, it's something. Yeah. And then his power is better arms. It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, it was like, it was all right. Like, it was all right.
I'm down with the idea that these normal people were summoned and then they had to unlock their powers. Like, I'm fine with that. It's a little suspect that you could kill someone with powers and then get their tattoo and then get your own powers.
Yeah, your own
That's
powers.
A little
like,
it's a little iffy.
What? I mean, I think maybe this movie was better than the second movie. because the
I don't even
second movie
remember
was
it.
bad.
Don't even
And even
remember it.
and at least with them, they had like a ton of characters, like a
Yeah.
bunch of where you're like, oh, cool that they added so and so, but I don't know.
Yeah.
You could have done better. Kano was the best.
He's
Whoever,
hilarious.
whoever, everyone should get fired, but the guy that cast Kano, right? Like everyone else, you fucked up, but the Kano guy, you did good.
um, are you excited at all about the guy we don't know?
No,
Like the
no,
acting, the
no.
fighting,
He was a
nothing
terrible,
about him.
terrible actor, terrible story behind him. Like again, if they would have made him like that baby that Raiden, like took away, that would have been like more a little bit more interesting than what we got. But I don't know. Even Raiden, the special effects, oh my god, the special effects were awful.
You weren't feeling those.
No,
Like
like the Raiden
which
eyes.
ones you didn't like the eyes? What's wrong with the
No,
eyes?
that he looked like I don't know, it looked awful.
Okay.
Like the Christopher Lambert one was way better. Like way better.
Okay.
Even then back then I thought it was awful, but way better this time.
Right.
But
were there any other special effects?
like the gory stuff was good. I like the gory stuff.
Yes. Yes.
The one that fight with Jax and the Hammer dude, whatever that guy's name was, they were on the historic level where it's the spike pit. So like if you uppercut a guy and at the end he goes into the pit.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking didn't even do that. Like they were on that fucking map and like he just killed like what, splatters him or something. Like
I can't even. Oh yeah, he
I don't
busted up his
I don't
head. I think he
yeah, it's like
squashed his
dude,
head.
it's just I'm like, oh sick, they're gonna uppercut him into the nope. Like fuck.
The other thing that you're talking, kind of what you're talking about too, is they threw in like 7 or 6 like Mortal Kombat lines. I'm like, the movie's like 2.5 hours, dog. You only found room for 5 or 6 lines.
Yeah. Yeah.
Either give me all the lines or take all the lines out.
Right.
And they didn't even give us the Mortal Kombat music until the end.
Right. Right.
No Mortal Kombat music.
Yeah, that was weird. They should have kept the music from the original movie. That was great. That was great. Mortal Kombat. Yeah,
the original like electronic techno dance music. They should have had that in there, man.
I feel like everyone knows that movie was bad, but like it's forgivable. Like it's
the fights.
Like I'll watch the next one.
The fights,
right? Like I'll watch the next one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The fights and the fight graphics. I thought the fight CGI stuff was good, man.
I just hope that they do another one. Like
they have to, right?
I hope. Like maybe they listen to people's criticism, but
do you know who directed it?
No, no idea. Okay. It actually gives the first movie even more props that they were able to do a better movie as like right off the bat, like
in like
nothing to base off of it.
Or whatever it was. Yeah,
they had nothing to go off of, and like they still knocked it out of the park. I think. I don't know.
I gotta
watch
I
think it was way better. I think it was way. I don't know if it holds up, but
how many did they make? Those
2.
2?
Yeah. And so I don't know. You probably know. I have them on my Plex. I think.
Okay.
They had a whole bunch of TV shows.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And I think they started the TV shows because somebody did like a bootleg, unauthorized, unofficial version with like a bunch of big actors like Jerry Ryan from Star Trek was Sonya Blade. The guy that played Spawn, I forgot his name.
Michael Jai White.
Yeah, he was Jax.
Yeah,
and that was all unofficial. It was like some guy decided to do it, and he paid the actors, and they filmed like a few scenes. It was supposed to be like a tease, like kind of like this is what I can do with very little money. Let's see if we can. And they did. They ended up doing like a short little like web series, and then that grew into like a web series TV show, and I think it's called Conquest. Like there was like 3 or 4 that they did, and that shit was way better
than this.
But
storyline wise, not graphics wise.
No, like everything. Like it was like dark, and it was dark, and it was like, yo, if they keep this up, this might be really good. And they did, but I think they gave up on it, or they decided let's just do movies again. But yeah, it was that universe is so good. Like they can make so much more out of it, but we'll see. I don't know.
Yeah. I was surprised at how many no-name people were in this movie.
Like characters?
No, the actors.
Actors.
Like there was only, I think, one dude that I recognized from something else, and I
Raiden?
just
Yeah.
And I just started seeing him in shit because I've been broadening what I watch, right?
Yeah.
But the rest
everybody
of
else, I don't.
Not one star, man. Not one. Scorpion as well. I've recognized Scorpion.
Scorpion, yes, shit. Scorpion, and maybe Sub-Zero. I think I may have seen him.
Yeah, maybe
before. But yeah, Scorpion. Yeah. He's
no stars.
They got everything right with him. Like his story was. That's what I don't understand. Like they were like authentic with some storylines, but not others. It's like not consistent. I don't know. Oh yeah, there was one part where Cabal was like, I can't wait to get my hands on Kano. I'm gonna fucking kill him for what he did to me, blah blah blah. And then in the very next scene, he's talking to him.
Just hanging
and then
around.
He's like, you should join us. Yeah, you should come with us.
Who's Cabal?
And then he's like, yeah, okay, I'll come with you.
Who's
Cabal's the guy with the 2 hooks and the mask, the gas mask thing.
Oh yeah.
In the game, his ability was like speed. He was like a speedster. He could like
I think he did that in the movie a little bit.
Yeah. And like one of his moves, he like spun you in like a tornado. And
who was the chick with the teeth and the mouth?
Melina. That's another thing. How do you introduce Melina
and not
her sister, the more famous one, Katana?
Yes, Katana. I kept looking at her like, is this, what did they do to Katana? She ain't got no knives or nothing. I'm like, what's up with her mouth?
Yeah.
And then now you tell me it's Melina.
It's And they were, where was Katana? Like, so weird. Like, so, I don't know.
Yeah.
And
go ahead.
Like Sub-Zero, he dies, right?
Yeah.
I hope if they do a second one, and if they do things legitimately, he comes back as Smoke, and his brother comes back as Sub-Zero, because that's how it happens in the game. But we'll see. I don't know.
Yeah, I was gonna say with that like wizard sorcerer guy, I can't remember what you said his name, Shang Tsung or whatever.
Yeah, Shang Tsung. Yeah.
I feel like this dude could bring people back from the dead, right? He's got to be able to do that shit too, or at least that's what they'll.
Well, in the original movie, he sucks souls, which he does in the game.
He did in this as well.
Yeah. So I don't know in the game if he ever brought anyone back, but yeah.
They're clearly doing what they want though. So if he wants to bring some people back for the next movie, that's what they'll have him do. Right? Like if they don't want Smoke yet, they'd just bring back Sub-Zero.
Or bring back Sub-Zero as Smoke, yeah.
Yeah, one or the other.
Smoke was my favorite character since like Mortal Kombat 2. He was like the coolest.
Yeah.
Like he was like all the ninjas combined. He had the scorpion hook. He had like a teleporting uppercut. Like he was the best. He could teleport. Like he was the best. I love Smoke. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it was good to watch. Like it
was entertaining.
Pandemic, you know.
Yeah. Definitely.
That's how I got Squid Game, by the way. Have you seen Squid Game?
I'll watch it later. I don't. Yeah. Everybody's on it right now.
Everybody's on it. Yeah.
I don't give a fuck.
My friend Selden on my Discord was like, "Hey Roger, you would be really into Squid Game. It's kind of like Battle Royale. You know the movie.
I've heard about it. Yeah.
You haven't seen it?
I've seen Hunger Games, right?
Right.
And I know Hunger Games comes from Battle Royale.
Yeah, stolen hardcore.
Yes, but what I know is Hunger Games got dark in the forest. Right, the first one when they were in the forest, it was pretty. It wasn't like Mortal Kombat, but it was still pretty grimy, right?
Right.
So when I hear you stole it from fucking Japanese movie makers, I'm like, that can chill. I'm not sure
that shit
I can handle it.
Dark.
Yeah, I'm not sure I can handle that shit.
Dark.
So a coworker told me about Squid Game.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, I'll see what it's about. Because she's like, I haven't watched it either. I just heard it's hot, right?
Yeah.
So I started reading about it. Came up on Instagram or some shit, and I was like,
don't tell me too much because I actually don't know anything. Yeah.
It's that shit, and there's a humongous prize at the end.
Yeah.
and they got to get through these people to get the prize, right? Like that's all I know about, right? It's just like what you know about Battle Royale and Hunger Games.
Right.
That's all I know.
Right.
So I haven't watched it yet, and I'm not sure if I will or when, because I'm down for some grimy, dark shit, but I don't need it attached too closely to reality. Like Mortal Kombat's grimy, dark shit. These are fucking fake people, monsters, right? I'm like, I could divorce myself from that shit.
Right.
Battle Royale, it seems like there's a lot of masks. So it might be
a lot of what?
Masks. Like everybody's in like a mask or a helmet, at least in the previews and stuff like that.
Oh, for Squid Game, you mean?
Squid Game, sorry. Yeah, for Squid Game.
Oh, yeah, okay.
So everybody's covered up. So maybe I can divorce myself from it that way.
Okay.
But if everybody doesn't have gear on and I can see all these faces and they look like real people and people are coming out of fucking closets and shit, murdering people, I'm like, I don't need it. I don't need it.
So the Battle Royale is, the story is basically population control. So every year they do a lottery.
Yeah.
And they put all the worst schools in the lottery and classrooms, right? And they do a lottery, and if your class gets chosen, your whole class goes into the Battle Royale.
Wow.
And there's no prize. The prize is
you live.
You live.
Yeah.
And that's basically what it is.
Can you imagine all the grimy dummies that are in all those classes just looking for trouble anyway? It's like, you've seen it. I know you've seen it.
It's interesting because it's like imagine being in Macklin and there's cliques, right?
Yeah.
And like some of these cliques, they meet up and they work together, and some don't, and it's very interesting. And I walked by the TV and I'm like, what the fuck is this? And it was like this one scene with like a clique. And I was like, what the fuck are you guys watching? Like subtitles? Like, what the fuck? And then some crazy shit went down. I'm like, what fucking movie is this? I need to watch this from the beginning.
Yeah.
And then, and it's like one of my favorite movies of all time now. It's like right up there. So yeah, I don't know. You should watch it. It's revolutionary because look what it did, right? Like it started up the Hunger Games. It started up the Battle Royale genre in video games, Fortnite, PUBG, Warzone. Like it's ballooned into this huge thing now. Like it has a very lasting effect on our society. Like it started this huge thing. Like so, yeah.
I'll start it, I guess. I don't have anything against it. I just like Squid Game. I don't have anything against it either. It's just it's too hot right now. And I refuse. If your shit is brand new, and you're in the top 10 on Netflix, I'm not watching it anytime soon.
Why?
I'm not. I refuse
to go with the grain, kind of thing.
It's like I refuse to have Netflix dictate to me.
Oh yeah, I mean, I can agree with you on that. Yeah,
right? Like pay attention to what I'm watching, and then start telling me shit you think I need to see.
Right.
But I don't care about fucking top 10 lists in Toronto today. I don't give a fuck. I don't care.
Right.
You just added Seinfeld? Great. I want to watch Seinfeld. I'm not necessarily going to start watching it today. Right.
Don't tell me that you guys added Seinfeld. I hate that. I get those emails where they're like, we just added this thing and you might like it. Like, fuck you, man. I'll watch it if somebody tells me. You know, like if I like my buddy Selden is the one that told me about Squid Game, and he's just like, I think you would like it because I know you like Battle Royale, and like maybe add it to your Plex.
Yeah.
So then I was like, fuck it. You know, I didn't even look into it or nothing. I just downloaded it because he's like, you should add it. And I'm like, yeah, sure. Yeah. And then I went on social media after that. I'm like, yo, everybody's talking about this. Like, oh, maybe Selden's onto something. Yeah. Like
everybody's on Squid Game.
Saying like Itaewon Class, like Celeste told me about it. Like,
dude, have you watched Vincenzo? Oh shit. Okay, so
this is what I'm talking about, right?
Yes.
Right.
So thanks to you with Itaewon Class, right?
Yeah.
Now I'm locked in on Korean dramas. Like I have a problem now. This is only the second one.
It's like Celeste. You had a problem.
Yeah. And this is the first one since Itaewon Class, right?
Yeah.
And I loved Itaewon. I loved it. Right. Loved it. Right.
Squid Game is Korean too, right?
Yes.
I think.
Yeah. Vincenzo's better.
Okay.
Vincenzo's better. And I think it's...
How do you spell it?
just like Vincenzo, like the Italian name, Vincenzo, Vincenzo.
Yeah.
So it just like Itaewon Class, it takes some time for you to be like, okay, I'm sticking around for this show, right? But I guess you'll read a little bit about it. I'm not going to tell you about it. What I'll say about why it's better, and no shade to Itaewon, 9.5. Okay.
Okay.
Vincenzo, 9.7. Not 10, but it's better. Okay, Vincenzo.
I wonder if Celeste's watching.
She must have. She must have. Vincenzo is better because it's everything.
Oh, it's everything. Not even downloadable.
Dude, everything. Okay. It's got sick fight scenes.
Ah, here it is. Never mind.
Okay. Sick fight scenes, Roger. Do I have you?
Yeah.
Sick fight scenes. It's got crazy fucking betrayal and drama.
Oh shit, it's 20 episodes.
21.
Jesus.
Yes. Yeah, I know. And worth
21?
Yeah, I believe it's
20 here.
Fine then. Let's call it 20.
Sure. Yeah.
Then the romance. Downloading it. Doug, the romance is amazing.
Is it like 3-hour long episodes again?
They're too long. They're like an hour 50.
What is it with the Koreans and the fucking time commitment stuff?
Dude, what has ended up happening is I'll watch one full episode and then they always hit you with a cliffhanger. And then I'll watch like the first 30 minutes to find out what happened after the cliffhanger. And then I'll stop.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's just too long. Because if you watch 2 episodes a night, that's 3 hours, man. It's too much time. It's too much time. But Vincenzo's fucking good, dog. It's good.
Okay.
So good. Okay. Yeah, I can't wait to finish it and then talk about it. It's so good.
Okay. Yeah, I'll look into it.
Yeah, but I've got so many fucking Korean dramas on my list now that it's like either you watch Korean TV now or you watch regular shit because there's not enough time to do both.
For in between, yeah. Fuck, my backlog of TV shows this week is really behind.
Yeah,
I haven't watched Ted Lasso in like 2 weeks.
Oh, I stopped after episode 3.
Oh, really?
Because when I started it, I thought they just released the whole thing.
Yeah, no.
So then I started and I was like, oh, every episode, like every Friday. I'm like, fuck this. So
honestly, I think that is gonna go away. The
streaming or the full binge?
The dump. Yeah, the dumping. I think that's gonna go away. Because if you think about it, it's not advantageous for Netflix to dump everything at once. Because you can just watch a show and then cancel your sub.
You
right?
Could, yes.
But if they drag it out, then I have to fucking keep paying for like extra months, right?
Who's canceling their subscription?
I thought about canceling it after The Circle because it's done. But for a while,
I get that.
The Circle was hard to get, and so I was like, fuck it, I'll just get it. I would turn it off for now and turn it back on when I need it. Like HBO, I was the same with HBO. Like Game of Thrones comes on, I activate it. It goes off, turn it off.
Gotcha.
But now, if they managed to like drag out a show like they did with The Circle, and then another show, right? If they time it right, it'll keep me subbed instead of me canceling it. I don't know.
Yeah, you're different. I'm happy to pay Netflix money. Yeah. Like Netflix could get
it's too much money.
But my problem,
$20.
That's what I was going to say. I pay $25 a month for Netflix. Jesus I would.
Christ.
You know why? Because they keep making hot shit with all of my money.
Do you have cable?
Yeah, I have too much shit. I got too much stuff.
I think I'm gonna cancel my cable.
I've been thinking about it too.
Or go to basic because I don't need all these fucking channels. I really don't like how you can't choose channels.
Yep, I agree.
I only want fucking global, like TSN sport.
Yep.
I don't know why they force feed these channels that I don't give a fuck about.
I think it's weird. I think it's just like the economy. It's like they're subsidizing all of these other channels.
Right. They're basically keeping everyone else afloat.
Yep.
Yeah.
Not the way we do things now. That's not the way we do things now in society.
That's gonna crash. Yeah, that's gonna crash because all these subscriptions are taking over.
Yeah.
like all of them. Like
what they should understand is either allow everybody to choose the channels they want at a reasonable price, or everybody is going to go away.
It's going to go away. Yeah.
And I think how they keep us is sports. Sports is the one thing.
Yeah, it's really one thing. I just like online
it's hard.
Pirating. It's like
hard.
it's non-existent in pirating. Like I can't steal the Jace game. Like
yeah. And
people that PVR sports games, like that also eludes me. It's like
that's me.
No, I know. Like, and I've had to do it a couple times too, but it's like it's hard because you're gonna get spoiled.
Not me.
Right? Like you're gonna
I would say
like, say baseball. Like if you watch every game in baseball, that's fucking crazy. Like if you just miss one game, like something comes up, like you gotta go out for dinner one night, you missed one game, like you're fucking behind. Like
true.
Like it's the next game's already on before you see the other last one. It's like fuck, man. So baseball, I'm like 8 games behind. Like
exactly. But I would say I decided to like record shit, like record sports and avoid social media because I really don't care that much.
Right.
So I decided to do that. I'd say, I don't know, 6-7 years ago. And I would say I've had results spoiled. I'm going to be generous and say 10 times.
Okay.
10 results spoiled in 6 or 7 years. And with as much sports as I watch, Doug, I still have the final race of IndyCar that happened last week. I still haven't watched it yet, and I still don't know what happened.
That's good.
Indy is not F1. Obviously, it's much smaller in its reach.
Yeah.
But I've still managed to avoid that. I do the same thing with UFC and shit like that. I record everything, man. I don't like commercials. I like taking something that's 4 hours and finishing it in 2 hours.
Right.
I don't want to listen to these guys talk for no reason.
Like I even with my shows now, like one of the reasons why I want to cancel my cable, it's like I don't watch anything live.
Yeah.
It's either I record it or I just download it later.
Exactly.
And it's like Big Brother or Survivor. Like sometimes I don't even watch the recording. I just watch the download. Like
right.
I don't know. Yeah, they're gonna hurt.
Yeah, they gotta switch it up, man.
Yeah.
You gotta switch it up.
I heard Rogers is bleeding back like profusely, but I don't know.
Now it's a good time maybe to move over to Rogers because I'm with Bell. So maybe it's a good time to make that jump. Oh, what's the deal with TVs? When do TVs get cheap again?
End of the year, beginning of the year.
January or December, January?
Like Black Friday to Super Bowl. Super Bowl, I think if you go ask a Best Buy salesman, they'll tell you Super Bowl.
Okay.
But I always wait until the end of the year, and I always watch though. I research. I don't know if most people do that, but I research. Like if I got the TV I want, I've been watching for 2 years, and like I just haven't pulled the trigger yet.
Wait. Haven't there been any upgrade, like a
newer version? Yeah, and I'll move forward with that one, with that new version. Okay. But like I always keep an eye on. But I don't think people realize. I'm sure they must realize. But like when something's on sale for Boxing Day, like $500 off on this thing, and they're if you do your research, you know that it's not really $500 because it's been on sale for the whole year.
Yeah.
And I don't think people realize that. Like they think they're getting a deal. It's like that deal is around the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they'll bump the price just before the sale, so it justifies that. Like for example, my TV, it's let's say it's $2,500.
Okay.
Normal price, or that's what they say, and it's like on sale $1,999, $2,000. It's not on sale. It was that price like 2 months ago.
Exactly.
Right. Like it just the week before I went up to 25 because that's what they tell you the list price is. But it's not like.
So hold on. So your TV, right now you might be able to get it for $2,000, right?
Right. Yeah.
Before December, they're going to bump it up to $2,500.
Yeah.
And then in December, they're gonna
like in October, it'll be like a week or two before the sale to put it up to the list price, and then the sale to put it back down to $19.99 and be like $500 off. Like this is such a deal. Like
so in theory, you could get your TV at the price you want in March, April, May, June, July.
You just have to watch. Yeah.
Okay.
You just have to see when the sales go down. With TVs, it's every year they have a new version.
Yeah.
So the reason why they have the Super Bowl sales is because CES happens at the end of January. So all the new TVs get shown. So the stores are just trying to empty their stock before the new wave of TVs come in. Okay. That's why they have those sales, because they're trying to get rid of stock. Okay. So you just have to watch, know what you want, and then see if it really is a deal or not.
Yeah.
And then go from there. Okay. Yeah. Do you want to go to 4K?
I do not want to spend quadruple figures for a TV.
I mean, 4K is pretty affordable now.
Is it quadruple figures?
No, like I know a guy that my coworker, he bought a 4K TV last Black Friday, Boxing Day, one of those, for like $399. Yeah,
really?
but
what,
like
Insignia?
Yeah. Okay.
It's
or the new version. They're not called Insignia anymore. They're called something else. Yeah, they got bought out by someone. But yeah, he bought that one, and like I think so. Actually, you know what? I think Celeste ended up buying the same TV, and like I saw it, and I was like, yeah, it's pretty good. Like for for what you get, like yeah, it doesn't do anything crazy.
Yeah,
but it all depends on what you need it for and what you want. And
I used to think I needed a smart TV.
Right.
I'm not sure that's true anymore. Like
you want smart TV in the sense of like you want Netflix and Plex all built in.
I don't.
That's why you don't need any exterior devices.
But I use my PlayStation for all this shit.
That's what I mean. Like you won't even. That's like you don't even need that anymore. Like I think Nelson, when he got his TV like a year or two ago, he was using something else for Plex, and then he's like, yo, did you know that they have Plex built into the TVs now? I'm like, yeah, that's what he uses now, and he's like, it's so much better. Like the quality of the stuff that he sees is way better than what he was using before. Because it's like direct, and I don't know.
Yeah, and that's why I like.
But like, you don't need a TV that has like a web browser.
No,
like
exactly.
Right? Like exactly. No, I just want these apps that I use to be on there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think I prefer. I love the functionality. Like I love the functionality of how all that shit works in PlayStation. The only thing is the sound is never high enough coming out of the like Netflix, whatever it is. The sound's never high enough. So I just listen with my headphones. And I find that listening with my headphones is so much better because I get all of the background shit that's happening. It's that's why I listen to fucking Vincenzo. These people speak in Korean. I don't need the sound, but it's so good with the headphones on. So I'm
my headphone thing grew in like college.
Okay.
Like I think I was playing Resident Evil, and I put on headphones. I'm like, dude, this was a game changer. Exactly. And ever since then, like now I have these things. Like it's grown. Like sound's so important.
Yeah.
I hate like a sound system set up like in a living room, like compared to like headphones. I think are better.
I think so too. The only thing I prefer, because it's weird. Like I would think I'd want to listen to F1 with my headphones because you could really hear the engines and shit. Loud. The thing is, I've got these, I bought like desktop speakers, like Bose desktop speakers, and I hooked them up to my TV.
Yeah.
Dude, the bass coming out of those bitches is dope. So F1 comes out of those speakers. I could feel that shit in my feet. So it's way better. But everything else basically is like headphones.
Yeah.
I mean, except regular, like not Big Brother and Survivor and shit. It's just whatever. But once again, thank you very much for joining me on It's in the Details. As always, please remember to share, like, subscribe, rate, review, comment, wherever you get the show. We'll see you in a week, y'all. Take care. Peace.